I look forward to problems. I like problems because if there's problems, Frankie and I can work on it together to find a solution, right? And I see that as a great form of bonding. Now, don't get me wrong, you guys. Sometimes it's expensive. Yeah, you're laughing. Let me tell you. Like one time they took his iPhone from school and he comes home and he's all devastated, right? He's like, Dad, I gotta talk to you. I'm like, what? Tell me what? They stole my phone. I'm like, that's why you're talking. And I started laughing. He goes, it's not funny. I go, you have no idea how funny it is. I go, so what happened, Frankie? So they broke into my locker at school and they took my iPhone, they took my friend's iPhone, and if we go to the school right now, we can fill out a report. We know exactly who did it. Can we go to the school right now? I go, listen, Frankie, I'd love to, but I'm really, really tired. I just got off a flight, and I guess, I'm really, really tired. I promise you tomorrow morning I'll take you early. I'll help you fill out the report, and we'll turn it in. Can we go right now? I go, Frankie, seriously, please, tomorrow. I need my phone. I go, listen, Frankie, you can handle one day without your phone. He's not getting his way. So he turns around and he yells at the ground and he goes, they took my phone! I looked at him and said, hey, you took my freedom. You don't hear me screaming. I just accept it and process it and we move on. That's it. So then he asked, what's gonna happen? I go, well, I'm gonna go upstairs, take a shower, and probably go to bed. No, what's gonna happen if I don't get my phone back? I go, that's a good question, Frankie. I don't know. You're not gonna get me a new one? No, dude, I already got you a phone. It was your responsibility to take care of that phone. It's not fair. I go, life's not fair, Frankie, okay? But things happen. You should get me a phone. Dude, seriously? And then he looks at me and he says, and this kind of messed with me, he goes, you should get me a phone. It's nothing for you to get me a new phone. It's nothing for you to get me a new phone. Bay Area, my son thinks that what I do is easy. He thinks it's easy because all he sees when he attends 1 or 2 shows per year is that I walk out on stage, you guys start chanting, and then cool shit magically appears in his room. He doesn't realize that this is actually a job and there's sacrifice that comes along with it. So I told him, I said, listen, Frankie, how about this? How about you explain to me why I should get you a new phone? And if it makes sense, I'll do it right now. Go. I need one. I said, no, Frankie, you're a teenager. You don't need a phone. A cell phone for a teenager isn't a necessity. It's a luxury, okay? It's not a necessity. It's a luxury. He says, what if there's an emergency? I go, like what? Someone taking your phone? What did you do today when they took your phone? I went to the cafeteria and I talked to my friend Angel and he let me use his phone and I called my mom and I go, and guess what? If that doesn't work, you can go to the office and let them know there's a family emergency. Please contact my mom or my dad. Next, what if you need to get a hold of me? I know what school you go to. What about when I'm walking home? I know the route that you take. And then he pulled this one out, one of the greatest lines ever. You know what? You talk a lot about me on TV. People know who I am now. What if someone tries to kidnap me? I said, you weigh 225. Good luck. They are not kidnapping your ass without an iPhone and a box of Oreos. That's the only way that's gonna happen. I said, Frankie, do you realize how lucky you are? You had a phone. I didn't have a phone in school. Your mom didn't have a phone in school. If we needed to make a phone call, we had to carry change or we had to call collect. What's that?
Oh my God.
Trying to explain the concept of a collect call to my kid is like trying to explain rocket science. He'll never have to deal with it. He'll never know what it's like to be out late somewhere and have to use a phone. First of all, to find a payphone. If you see a payphone now, you look at it like, oh wow, they forgot to take it down. Get your camera, take a picture, because that shit's gone. Take a picture. He'll never know about staying out late at night and having to use one of those nasty phones and taking off that receiver. You know, the nasty one that has gum and gonorrhea all over it, right? And you got to keep it far away from your face so you don't get infected. And then you make that phone call. You know that freaking, when you make a collect call back in the day, it was expensive. He's not going to have to do that now. Back in the day, if you made a collect call, it was a mission. It was a mission and it was expensive. If you called my mom collect, it better have been life or death. Or that's what it was gonna be. You call my mom back in the day, shoot, we were on welfare and Section 8. Every penny counted. You call her up, hello, and then she get the presentation.
AT&T. Do you accept a collect call from caller? At the tone, say only your name.
You had to get creative. Mom, it's me, pick me up at 7-Eleven, 6 I love you, bye.
Do you accept the charges?
Hell no, I'm on my way, mijo. Yeah, man, this country, you guys, I love living here in the United States. I can't think of anywhere else I'd want to live. Some people say, well, you're Mexican. Wouldn't you rather live in Mexico? I love Mexico. Just visiting. Oh, I like it right here. That's why it kind of bothers me whenever people go, you know, what is it like being a Latino comedian? I go, I don't know. I'm a comedian who happens to be Latino. What's the difference? The difference is my special will air on Comedy Central, not Telemundo. It's hard, you guys, you know. A little Espanol. If you speak a little Spanish, it freaks people out. Oh my God, he's speaking Spanish. You know, don't get me wrong, I like watching Spanish programming myself. Some of the stuff is really cool. My favorite thing are the commercials. Because they're always about sex. You don't even know what the product is until like the last 2 seconds. It's always some model walking out all sexy, right? Hola. Ay, qué rico. And on the 28th second, right? Ah! Pepsi. And you're sitting there going, I gotta go get a Pepsi. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I have a thing for soda. I love it, man. I know they gave me water, but, oh, a soda. I didn't even see that right there. Right? Excuse me un momento. Pepsi. No, that's actually diet, which is cool. I'm not on a diet, and it's funny because people go, well, then why do you drink diet soda? So I can eat regular cake. I love cake, man. Are you kidding? By the way, I want to thank the 3 people who brought me a cake personally. I have them in the bag. I really appreciate that. It was very nice of you. The management and the promoters are freaking out. They're like, Gabriel, why do they all bring you cake? I go, because on TV I talked about one time how much I love cake, and so people bring it. My friend Mando got mad. He's like, why don't you talk about hookers? Big guy, I've noticed that people feel compelled to tell me certain things after shows. I get people to pull me aside and go, Gabriel, you're a very funny guy. You're very talented. Don't you think perhaps you're living a little excess in life? And I'm like, well, I love to eat. Well, don't you want to live to be 100? Well, not if I can't eat tacos. And as many as I want. You know, a lot of people think that just because you work out and lift weights and you eat right and you do what people tell you to do, that you'll live a long life. Maybe you will, but, you know, why do people measure life by the years instead of how good the years were? I'll measure by freaking, you know what I mean? What good is it to live to be 100, but you didn't do anything? You didn't go out and kick it with friends. You didn't go out and get drunk at some club and wake up in an alley one time. You know, what good is it? You stayed in the house and you were safe. And I lived to be 100. You know, I don't know. That's why I have a very big amount of respect for the crocodile hunter. Rest in peace. But come on, you guys. Yeah, he died at 44 years old, but he died doing what he loves to do. Not a lot of people can say that. If I die tomorrow from overeating, God bless me, that's exactly how it was supposed to be. You know how much adrenaline he had every single day, risking his life? You know how you feel when you're about to cross the street and a car goes, and your ass almost gets hit, and you're like, ah! Oh, oh. then you're hysterical. Oh my God, I almost died. Touch me right here, touch me right here, touch me. And the rest of the day, you appreciate life. You're like looking at the birds, you're at the sky. Oh, you're loving life. He did that every day. That's why every day I try to live just a little bit of my life like I might not be here tomorrow. Because you never know. I don't want to die tomorrow knowing I could have had a piece of cake tonight. Shoot. That's why when people tell me, why don't you work out? Why don't you lift weights? Well, what if I'm going to die tomorrow? I don't want to die sore. I want to die full. When the coroner cuts me open, I want the whole room to smell like potato wedges. He's gonna go, this guy knew how to live right here.